In the city of light turned fortress of fear, where hunger was the silent assassin, French chefs didn't just serve the enemy, they fed them death. From hidden cellars in 1943, resistance knives sharpened with arsenic turned Hitler's favorite feasts into fatal traps. This is the savory saga of kitchen shadows that poisoned the Reich. Welcome to WW2 Shadow Echoes. Subscribe for more culinary covert ops in the dark. June 14, 1940. The Wehrmacht's panzers rolled down the Champs-Élysées, their treads grinding cobblestones to dust as Paris fell without a shot. General Dietrich von Koltitz, the bomber of Rotterdam, hoisted the swastika over the Eiffel Tower, a 1,000-foot insult to French pride. Overnight, the city of light dimmed, curfews at 2200, windows blacked out, and the Luftwaffe's Stukas circling like vultures. Vichy collaboration under Pétain's senile hand rationed bread to 300 grams daily, butter a ghost, coffee ersatz chicory that tasted of regret. Black markets bloomed in Montmartre alleys, Le Marché Noir, where a kilo of sugar fetched 500 francs, more than a month's wage for a seamstress. But beneath the haggling, a stew simmered, La Résistance, that hydra of 400,000 souls by 44. From communists in Belleville cellars to aristocrats in the 16th arrondissement salons. Enter the kitchens, the beating heart of French defiance. Paris, with 40,000 bistros pre-war, became a spiderweb of subversion. Le Chateau, a fictionalized nexus inspired by real dens like La Capitale and Aux Trois Frères, lurked in the Marais. A nondescript brass door off Rue des Rosiers, its sign reading Fermé pour rénovation since the armistice. Inside, under vaulted ceilings stained by Gauloise's smoke, Pierre Moure, a broad-shouldered Lyonnais chef with a scar from Verdun and a grudge against the Boches who bombed his vineyard, ruled the flames. Moure, 45 and widowed, had apprenticed under Escoffier. Now his brigade of 12 sous-chefs, sauciers, and scullery shadows doubled as saboteurs. The plate is the perfect poison, Moore would murmur, his voice like gravel under a pestle, as he ground nightshade from window boxes into béarnaise. His second, Marie Duval, a 28-year-old widow from Orléans with eyes like polished flint and hands calloused from kneading intel into dough, coordinated the drops. Microfilm and hollowed baguettes, passed to couriers posing as delivery boys. Occupied Paris was a banquet for the conquerors, a famine for the conquered. High command officers, Göring's Luftwaffe barons, Abwehr spies in tailored wool, flocked to Aryanized restaurants like Maxim's, requisitioned for Reich banquets. Hitler himself, the vegetarian ascetic who shunned wine but craved Alsatian strudel, dispatched tasters to sample every morsel. 15 women in his Wolf's Lair bunker, force-fed forkfuls under SS watch, their survival a daily roulette. In Paris, the Gestapo's Karl Oberg, butcher of Oradour, dined on foie gras at La Pérouse, oblivious to the cyanide traces in his cognac. Black market co-ops, those underground syndicates run by Corsicans and Provençals, funneled luxuries, truffles from Périgord smugglers, caviar via Basque fishing boats dodging U-boats. But the resistance infiltrated deep. Marie's network, tied to the alliance group under Marie-Madeleine Fourcade, used coded menus, escargot enigma for key drops, coq au vin Vichy signaling a collaborator's table. One parcel in October 42, chocolate bars laced with ricin from castor beans bound for Berlin, foiled by a double agent, but not before sickening 3 couriers in transit. The chef's arsenal was alchemical. Arsenic from rat poisons swapped in cellars, strychnine crystals dissolved in escarole, even botulinum from tainted preserves. Moure's signature, the Paris purgative, a gut-twisting emetic in Vichyssoise, slipped to SS officers at the Hotel Lutetia galas. They purged secrets with their supper, he'd quip, watching from the scullery as a colonel retched confession. Marie, her auburn hair pinned under a cap, posed as a sommelier, uncorking Bordeaux dosed with digitalis, foxglove extract that mimicked heart attacks, blamed on war stress. Real ops echoed. In Lyon, Eugénie Brazier spiked Wehrmacht sausages with belladonna, her kitchen a hub for Jean Moulin's fighters. By 43, as torch landed in Algiers and the Red Army clawed at Kursk, Paris churned with fury. Deportations to Drancy, Jews herded like cattle, fueled the fire. Bakers boycotted Gestapo orders. Vintners soured shipments with vinegar. Le Chateau catered 3 Reich feasts weekly. The Eagle's Nest preview at the Ritz, where Himmler's deputies gorged on Tornados Rossini, unaware of the nightshade in the truffle sauce. One near miss. A taster, a Berlin Hausfrau like Voelk, spat out a laced petit four. Bitter as betrayal, she gasped, but the poison's subtlety saved the plot. Moure's diary, buried post-liberation, tallies 20 illnesses. Colonels clutching throats, majors voiding state secrets in agony. The kitchens weren't just fed the enemy, they digested the Reich's rot. By spring 1943, Le Chateau's web spanned the Seine. Moure's brigade, recruited from the École Le Nôtre alumni and FTP Maquisard, operated like a sommelier's symphony, precision, palate, and poison. The black market was their vein, Rue Mouffetard stalls, where Algerian traders hawked exotic spices laced with thallium from lab break-ins. Marie, her cover as a widow's helper at the Hotel Meurice, charmed Abwehr captains with Coquille Saint-Jacques, their cream infused with aconite, monkshood from Bois de Boulogne foragers. One bite, and the heart forgets its master, she'd purr, pocketing pilfered enigma scraps in her apron. The plot crystallized around Operation Gourmet, a chain to feed intel up, toxins down. Couriers like Lucien, a one-eyed sommelier from Bordeaux with a limp from Dunkirk, shuttled between dens, coded recipes in Le Monde classifieds. Seek coq au vin with extra garlic meant a drop at midnight. Hitler's palate, that hypochondriac's fortress, was the prize. The Führer, raw vegetable obsessed since 41's assassination scare, demanded Paris previews, veal cutlets from La Pérouse, sent via sealed Reichsbahn cars to Rastenburg. Tasters, mostly young women, 20 in rotation, sampled thrice daily, their verdicts teletyped to the Wolfschanze. Wilk's counterpart in Paris, a fictional Greta from Strasbourg, force-fed forkfuls in a Montparnasse flat, her survival a lottery. Le Chateau targeted the couriers. In February 43, a strudel shipment to Oberg, apples cored with mercury chloride, sickened his aide, who babbled troop movements before convulsing. Gestapo autopsies blamed Allied sabotage, but no traces led back. Moure's mixes mimicked P. ptomaine. The brigade's genius lay in subtlety. No mass poisonings, just accidents. A major's indigestion yielding map coordinates. A general's migraine spilling U-boat routes. Marie's innovation. Sensory codes. Bacon rashers striped with UV ink, visible under blacklight for Alliance decoders. One gala at the Opera, April 43. 50 officers, Maigret de Canard dosed with ergotamine, rye fungus from wartime shortages, inducing hallucinations. A colonel raved of ghost panzers mid-aria, his confessions taped by hidden mics in chandeliers. Risks simmered like roux. Double agents lurked, A Vichy collaborator, Lerat, sniffed out a drop at Aux Lyonnais, tipping Auberg to a raid. 3 sous chefs vanished into Fresnes, tortured with electrodes until tongues swelled from sodium pentothal. Moore, evading capture by a whisker, relocated Le Chateau to a sewer-linked cellar under Notre Dame, its vaults echoing with. Supplies dwindled. Ricin yields dropped as castor farms fell to requisitions. Botulism cultures, brewed in jars from spoiled foie, risked blowback. Yet the plot thickened. Fourcade's alliance fed targets. SS Obersturmführer Klaus Barbie, the Leon butcher, dined at Moore's pop-up in June, his sauerkraut laced with oleander, foxglove cousin from public gardens. Barbie retched secrets of the Izu orphanage roundup, unwittingly dooming his own escape routes. By autumn, as Anzio loomed and Paris strikes paralyzed rails, Le Chateau tallied 35 casualties. Officers invalided, plans pilfered, morale mauled. The kitchens weren't battlefields, but their blades cut deeper than bayonets. June 5, 1944. D-Day Eve, Paris pulsed with unwitting farewell. Le Chateau's masterpiece unfolded at the Hotel Crillon Gala, a victory in the East fate for 50 high command, from von Rundstedt's deputies to Abwehr cryptographers. Moore's team infiltrated as temporary staff, their whites starched with stolen linens. The menu? A symphony of doom. Vichyssoise with emetic emulsion, coque au vin cyanide dosed, tarte tatin with strychnine shards in the caramel. Marie, sommelier guise, uncorked 44 Bordeaux laced with digitalis, heart-stopping subtlety. To the 1,000 years, the toast rang, glasses clinked, poison swirled, the twist uncoiled at 2100. First bites down, laughter bubbled, then gasps. A colonel clutched his foie, veins bulging as purgative hit, secrets spewed with bile. Normandy beaches mined, but weak at Utah. Across the table, a major convulsed, digitalis fibrillating his ticker. U-boat pens at La Rochelle, coordinates 47 north. His ravings scrawled by Lucien under the cloth. Auberg, the Paris hangman, sipped his cognac last. Arsenic bloomed slow, his face purpling as he babbled Drancy schedules. Chaos cascaded, chairs toppled, silver crashed. Tasters, force-fed duplicates in the kitchen, wretched in sinks, Greta among them, spared by more. Guards burst in, but the brigade had bolted. Back door to sewers, microfilm and hollowed baguettes. 5 colonels dead by midnight, 15 hospitalized. Their confessions, smuggled to London via Lysander pickup at a berry farm, armed torches follow-up. Hitler, briefed at Rastenburg, raged, "Paris poisoners!" But the trail vanished into the metro. The feast felled not just men, but plans, delayed reinforcements, leaked enigma tweaks. By August, as Leclerc's second DB rolled in, Paris rose, paving stones hurled, collaborators dangling from lampposts. Moore, captured in the purge, spat in Abwehr faces. My sauces were sweeter than your lies. The shadows of those poisoned plates linger in every Paris cafe today. Le Chateau's cellars, now wine bars, toast the unsung. Moore, executed at Montluc but avenged in trials. Marie, who survived to pen sauces of survival in 48. Her recipes redacted for safety. Operation Gourmet's toll. 40 Reich lives, countless secrets spilled, a nudge to VE Day. In our era of farm-to-table transparency, it savors. The fork can forge freedom. What dish would you dose for defiance? Comment your poison pick. Like if kitchens conquer, subscribe for more. Bell on. Next, snipers who painted pink in Stalingrad's snow. Until the next course, bon appétit. This is WW2 Shadow Echoes.